Hebrews say they always black. We say we talk to God. We won't never say he talking back. Lex Luger flexing from these reverends like they torture racks.
So now we got to ask ourselves, did Jesus really ever resist sin? Because how can you ever resist something that God made you become? If God made you to be something, how can you resist being that something that he made you to be? It's like when they say that we was born sinners, right? So if we was already born sinners, how can we ever resist sinning? If we were made sinners from birth, if we are born into sin, the Bible says a leper cannot change his spots. So what else can we do besides sin? If somebody make you do something, how can you resist what they're making you do? How can you resist that? If the Bible says that he resisted sin to the point of shedding his blood, but the reason that his blood was shed, is because of sin. So he had to become sin. He had to become a sinner. He had to take on sin in his death. So if he took on sin, then how can he resist being what he's taken on? How can he resist sin if that's what God made him to be? He had no choice. Or even if he had a choice, he submitted his will to the Father to become sin, or to die as a sinner, to die in the sinner's place. Then there's no way he can resist sin, because that's what he was sent to do, to become sin, to die for sin, to die in the sinner's place, to take on their sin, to become the personification or the embodiment of sin. So you can't resist something that you are the personification or the embodiment.
Contradiction. 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 It ain't no contradiction, you just need to speak.